All right. Cool beans. Well, we're here on a special episode of the Moment Maker podcast. We are putting out a movie called Broken that is filming in August. It's exciting. It's powerful. It's going to be a full-length feature Christian film shooting right here in Florida. And we are here with the stars of the movie, Avaryana Rose and Peyton Hubert. Woohoo! Nice. How are you all?
Amazing.
Amazing?
I'm wonderful.
Doing wonderful? Cool beans. All right, so we're going to hit you with some super hard questions here. Super hard, super difficult. Avaryana, we're going to start with you. Ready? Bum, 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 bum. I need the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music. All right, here we go. Tell me how you got into acting and modeling. Where did it all begin?
Okay, it all began kind of not really intentionally. I was around 11 or 12 and I was doing all-star cheer, and my mom was like, hey, there's this all-star cheer brand who is doing a casting call. We could just go for fun. If you don't make it, you don't. If you do, you do. We'll just see what happens. So I was like, okay, why not? So I went and I did end up making it, and I made it into their lookbook and all this modeling stuff. And I was doing modeling first, and then as much as I love modeling, I was like, I want to try something new. So I went to acting, and that was about 1 or 2 years ago, and here I am.
Nice. Awesome. Well, we're pumped that you're here. Peyton, same question. How did you get into acting and modeling?
Okay, so I started acting 2 years ago, over the beginning of quarantine, and honestly it was just out of boredom. I had nothing better to do.
Great time to start.
So I did acting on TikTok a little bit, and people seemed to like it. So then I got backstage, and it was months before I booked anything, and I booked this online web series. I was not that good then, but they seemed to like it.
I watched it. You were fine.
Thank you. So that's kind of when I fell in love with acting, and then I've just gone from there.
Cool. Awesome. We're pumped to have you on set too. All right. Harder question. Actually, no. We're going to hit you with some of your recent films. So, Avery, you have an awesome film that you just did called Not For Sale, Florida. You starred with some pretty big people, pretty big names. Tell us about that film, how you got cast for that project, who you got to work with, all that good stuff.
So I'll start with what everyone wants to hear. Dean Cain was amazing to work with. He is so kind, so sweet, so funny. He definitely is so down to earth and really is so welcoming on set. He made me feel so just welcomed and amazing to be there. Not For Sale was amazing film. It was so much fun to film, and it was a lot of hard work, but totally worth it.
Nice. And Dean used to play Superman, right?
Yeah.
Superman back in the day. That's exciting, and that's shot right here in Florida, right?
Yep.
Good. All right, and Peyton, we talked about this earlier. You got to go up and freeze to death in New York and shoot a few projects. And I know you did one recently that you dealt with eating disorders in the film. Can you tell us about that movie and how you got involved and what it was like filming in New York?
Yeah, so I got involved through a friend, and she recommended me to the director because she's worked with her before. Then when we got there, the director was amazing. She treated me like family. It was a week shoot. It had a lot of ups and downs, I would say, but overall they figured things out. I'm super excited for the footage. It should be here in a couple months. But the theme was basically a girl with anorexia, and it got really bad, so she got sent to a clinic, and that was kind of when she found love. So it was a really cute story. It's super wholesome. I think it has a great message too.
Nice. We will look forward to seeing that one. All right. Here we go. On to Broken. We're shooting in August. Avaryana, you're going to be playing Lexi, who is the character who, without giving out too much detail, ends up running away from home, deals with abuse, living in the woods, all that stuff. What drew you to working on this film?
Yeah, so as I just answered, I worked on a film called Not For Sale, which was about human trafficking. And I've worked on human trafficking films a few times now. And basically, working with heavy topics like abuse and sex trafficking, it's not something people want to talk about, but I think it's so important to talk about it. It brings awareness and it brings knowledge, and it teaches people what it's really like, so people know not to do this and not to do that and what to watch out for. So I think it's so important that we're spreading the word.
Good. Peyton, we're super pumped to have you on this film also. What is it that drew you to this script and being a part of a faith-based film like Broken?
I think abuse survivors really suffer from a stigma, and a lot of people just are like, oh, it really wasn't that bad, and just don't really believe it. And like Avaryana said, it just needs to be talked about more, because if it's not, nothing's gonna get better.
Good. I like this. Y'all were prepped with these questions. These are profesh answers. All right. Last thing we're going to do as a part of this interview is, Avery, I want you to talk a little bit about, you have a initiative that you started online, and I think you've got 20 or 30,000 followers right now, and it's an anti-bullying campaign that you've put together. Talk a little bit about that. What made you want to start this campaign? Was it personal experience? What was it that kind of drew your heart to starting this campaign?
Yeah, of course. So my campaign is called Babes Against Bullying. It's on Instagram, and it is a very, very personal experience. I suffered from cyberbullying, in-person bullying in middle school, and especially when I started modeling and acting, it just got so rough and so intense. It put me in a really dark place, and I don't really talk about that a lot, but it really did. So when I got past it, I decided to stand up, start my campaign, and be there for younger girls and boys even that suffer the same thing with modeling and acting and cyberbullying and all that stuff of that nature. So my campaign is for people, all people who suffer from bullying in all sorts.
Good. All right. Well, thank you, girls. We're super pumped to have you on the film. Excited to get shooting. Broken is filming in August. It's a faith-based feature film shooting right here in Florida, and we hope you will look out for it when it releases. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, thank you.